All right, let me show you in this video how to use keywords and how to make title in a way that your listing would be sold on eBay. So as if you have been following me for a while, you know that I use eBay, dropshipping, and we source products from Amazon. Why Amazon? Because Amazon is the best place where you can source products with no problem at all. Let me show you what we do and how it basically happens. Let's say you found a good product, and this is considered a good product, 4-star product. Okay, so what we basically, just for those who have been like wondering how we make those great results, I'm going to show you very simple method. One of the methods, which is kind of like, it's not advanced method, it's more like for the beginners. Anybody can do the same what I'm going to show you right now and earn money. So this is the way. Let's say you came across the product here, right? What you do next is very simple. You just take like a general look what it is. Well, obviously it's a hat, right? What kind of hat it is? It's a conductor hat. Well, it's written here. Okay, let's copy this one, conductor hat. Okay, when we copy conductor hat, let's open another window on a Google and paste conductor hat. When we paste conductor hat here, you see what's the Google search shows us, that there is a conductor hat in time, train conductor hat for adults. Cool. On Amazon there is a conductor hat. On eBay there is an engineer train conductor hat, navy blue Polar Express. So which means somebody is selling those hats. All right. Another eBay listing is vintage train conductor hat. All what we have to do is, it's very simple. What we have to do is, I'm just clicking on this one to see if this particular item has been sold on eBay, right? I just make a click here and it straight away goes to the, well, it is, and it's 19.99 and 3 sold, all right? And this is the same hat, navy blue Polar Express adult. So I got a good way to go from here. I can just follow exactly the same what he did. Let me take a look a little bit back now and see another listing. There was, oh, I need to paste again this. Okay, there was, which one was which? Now the change, vintage train conductor hat. Okay, let me take a look on this one. Oh, okay, so here is multiple listings. Let me see if, and the keywords here are vintage train conductor hat. Okay, interesting. Let me see if I can locate my hat. I can't see so far any of my hats here. No. I was gonna scroll only first page. There is some hats here, right? There is some, oh, there is a crazy hat here. Okay, for 99. That's interesting. 16 watchers here. Crazy. Okay, I'm gonna click on this one. 60, and it's used. Well, I see. Yes, of course. This is more like this is more kind of like, you know, very serious hat. Very kind of like original, I would say. But anyway, the point here is what you can do is you can keep in mind that this one, if they got attention, right? This guy here got attention. 16 is watching this. So which means if you got attention, there is something that attracts those buyers to click and become a watcher there, right? So which means there is something in a keywords. Maybe you can't see the keywords, but you can see the title. So there is few ways to go from here. You can either go and follow this one, or you can go and follow the previous one. Let me just stick with the previous one. Where is the previous one? Let me just need to go back again. And vintage, this was the previous one, okay? Because this was much better. I think 3 sold, 19.99. In this case, what I normally teach my students to do is we do the very simple way. If you have this option here below your picture here, the button sell now, okay, it will gonna ease your work. Okay, you will gonna, by clicking here this button, so now it comes, come on, okay, now it goes there. So you see all the information automatically transfers to your kind of like the MPN number here and the team, all the data, not all, but some of the main data are transferring automatically. You don't need to look a lot around this. But what I will gonna do, I will gonna most definitely upgrade this title a little bit better. Okay, because I don't like actually engineer train conductor hat. Let me go back to my, there was what? Conductor hat. Train conductor hat for adults. That would be very good keyword. I would consider this as a good keyword because Google says it's a good one. It first appears on the screen when I was searching for conductor hat. What I'm doing now is I will gonna go to my eBay and just for the moment I will paste it here, right? Just to collect my keywords. This is the one of the keywords. Then I go back here and conductor hat again. Okay, we'll stay with the same conductor hat because conductor hat, conductor hat, conductor hat train. There was a vintage, I remember there was a vintage, and it's kind of like vintage train conductor hat. Okay, cool, vintage train conductor hat. Let me take a look. If I use vintage train conductor hat, let me open another eBay page, okay? We'll search again for vintage train conductor hat. Yes, 78 results, which is good one because if I remember right, it was, where is it? It was this fancy here, vintage train conductor hat. Okay, so I will gonna use this keyword because this keyword has been searched and there is no competition at all, almost, because none of those hats are appearing on the screen so far here. None of those, the similar ones, but those are very expensive, right? Those blue ones, navy blue ones are very expensive. So, which means this is pretty cool keyword. This is pretty cool keyword, right? This one, vintage train conductor hat. And in a matter of fact, I will gonna start my title with the vintage train conductor hat. Engineer train conductor hat, vintage train engineer, I will leave it out. I will copy this and replace with the vintage train conductor hat, navy blue. I will replace with the word navy blue. I will put here in the colors, and if I have in the colors, if they have colors here, do they have colors here option? Yeah, they do have colors here option. Blue, I will put here navy blue. Okay, navy blue. That will gonna be the color here for me. Okay, so that's, in this case I can take away navy blue from here and replace with the engineer. Vintage train conductor hat engineer. Let me do even better. Polar Express engineer, and we don't need the dashes here. Engineer, adult, teen, larger, child. So I still got the 5 characters left. Let me work a little bit around it. Okay, what was the keywords? Those nice keywords here. Vintage train conductor hat for adults. Okay, cool. Those I'm gonna use the keywords. But what I will do now is vintage train conductor hat. Conductor hat. I will go back with the conductor hat. Conductor hat. Conductor hat for for toddler. No, it's not for toddler. For adult conductor hats for adults. What about conductor hat? Vintage train. It's train conductor hats for adults. Train conductor hat. Canada, toddler, fashion, Walmart, name, trained, Australia, Amazon. Conductor hat. You see how it's changed when you just put the space, it's changed at even then. Conductor vintage. Let me do this. Vintage train conductor hat. Now vintage style train conductor hat. You see, guys, this is the, as I told you, this is the proven method how to use the keywords. Don't look on this related keywords. This option keywords everywhere is now a paid tool. I never paid for it, but it has been installed, the app, on my computer here. I got it free, and sometimes it helps. Sometimes I'm looking here for the keywords, but the same way you can just do exactly the same here by creating the keywords and let the Google helps you with the keywords. Okay, let's say you want to test it out, this one on a eBay. That's what you do. You just copy this, you go on eBay, there was a vintage train conductor hat, and you look for the numbers here. The recommended results are under 100. Okay, if it's 0, it's bad. If it's let's say 76, it's good. If it's 32, it's good. Okay, so let me check this one. 7 results are good. 7 results are good. There is not so many of those vintage hats. There is something like, but different one. There is something different one. It's not really what we are looking for. So, which means I will be ranking with those keywords pretty good if I were gonna use those keywords. Now the question is, where are you using those keywords, right? So one thing, of course, we were gonna use them in a title here, right? But another thing is we were gonna use them in the settings. I will gonna show you in the settings what we do, and I will be going the same system, like more to collect some, let's say, more keywords here. For each picture I would add here each picture the separate keywords. Now it's important part coming here now, how to fill up the settings here. You see, let's say style. I need let me finish very quickly. Style train. I'm just giving you the idea. Had Polar Express engineer style. Let me just take a space away from here and put the style here. Make it nice. Perfect. 0 left. I filled up with 100%. Okay, cool. Now everything is good. I use the same category. It has been proven to sold in that category. I will use not $19.99. I will change my price when I go to the prices here, fixed price. I will put in a price, let's say $19.05, okay, which is more than double. Well, it's a double price, but it's good because on Amazon we got what? We got $8.95. I can put $18.95. It's just about the price, matter of price, what you want to. If you follow my $7.99 training, I wouldn't be putting $19.95 or $19. We would be putting here, let's say $11.05 to get quick sales, fast, quick, multiple sales daily to generate the speed on our account. Okay, so that's another strategy. Now I want to show. I want to finish with showing you how you can leverage the options here, right? So what we got so far, UPC codes. You will find the UPC codes conditions. Of course, this is the new and new with the tags. Well, the mostly what I wanted to show you is how to fill up this part here. Okay. The number, that's cool, let it stay. Theme, Christmas, of course. UPC, here is the UPC code already. You can place that UPC code here. Okay, so a brand, Jacobson. Okay, just double check if this is the Jacobson brand. I'm not sure. kangaroo. Is it Jacobson? What is the Jacobson? Work they found the come on. You see, you have to double check if this is Jacobson. If there is not written Jacobson, and if you are not aware of the brand, what I would suggest you to do is to go back here, okay, and let's say brand Jacobson. I have no idea what the brand is. Don't use unbranded, okay? Use something like unbranded. There is a different brands, okay? But I will be using my own name here. Let's say vintage, just to replace with the keywords you're using in your title. Because if it's not branded here, it's not clearly. Maybe if I will dig deeper, I would find, but from kangaroo hats, all kangaroo hats. Well, I'm not sure what the kangaroo is. The kangaroo for me means like this is just the name of the seller on Amazon. It's not really the brand kangaroo. So that's why I would stay with the I know, guys, this is because I have been doing Amazon's selling as well. So this is not the comp, this is the seller's name. That's how it goes. Not gonna go farther in that way. But that's why I choose here to say, let's say it's a vintage, and I can put another keyword there, style, right? Vintage style, because we got the style here. What I want you to see is how I'm working and doing those keywords, and how I just make my titles and texts. Even later on, I would be working here on description, and I would just use those keywords as much as possible, which makes sense, right? So the same, like to make some sense here, especially with the first main keywords here, okay? And okay, let's proceed with this one. Brand, vintage style, gender. Well, it's not necessarily to put the man, women. You can put the man if you want. In this case, it could be man, it could be adult, unisex. Yeah, could be. But it's not always, well, if that would be pink, or I would be putting here woman. In this case, I don't want to niche it down to the man, okay? I don't want to limit myself. That's the point. Now, the size, the same as about the size. I don't want to just say it's one size or large size. Let it leave alone, because those things, don't put here some crappy information, or I would say, I have to say nicest way, useless information, which is not, which is powerless information for eBay, and powerless and useless for the buyer. But put something really which makes sense or powerful. Gender, I will not gonna type this in. Type, yes, I can check out what type is there. Hat, top hat, mini hat, hat, it's obviously hat. Drinking hat, no, what is this? This is, it was what? It was engineer's hat, right? That's what I will gonna put. It's engineer. You see, I'm using keywords. I'm using keywords, type, and frequent, cap, handbag, top hat. No, I will use my engineer hat. Engineer hat, okay? So this is mine. Now, occasions, masquerade. Well, it would be what? It would be here cosplay, maybe. I would think so, right? All right, so, and now it's nothing about the cat, maybe blue. I got here in this row what I got. Size I will leave alone. Material, I will not, it doesn't bother. Material, yes, you can use that, but it's not necessarily. Modified item, what's no, yes, I would leave alone this. No, don't put here China. Nobody likes China if it's written there. If that would be made in, let's say, in France or in United States, I would definitely choose United States or maybe even United Kingdom, but not the China or unknown. It's those words are useless words. Okay, so don't choose the useless and powerless words. Now, this one part is pretty significant because you can empower your search on eBay by using those, right? So, and again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some of my keywords, and let's pretend I have not only 3 keywords here, but I have, let's say, 6 or 10 keywords here. What I will be doing here, I will gonna be using as much as possible my keywords to describe my item and position myself exactly at this place I want to position myself. In this case, I want to position myself more with the vintage style, right? So this is what I will write here, vintage style, and here I can go, let's say, vintage train conductor hat. Train conductor hat. Which means if somebody were gonna type in a eBay, on an eBay search engine, train conductor hat or vintage style train conductor hat, I am on their plate. Okay, so because I choose those word combinations very often and I want to be found by those by those keyword combinations. Okay, so now you see vintage style train conductor hat. Now I can add some more, right? I will not gonna add 10 of them, but let's say 3 I can add. Okay, one more. What would be one more? Vintage, here is a vintage style. Now let's say I want to do like conductor hat or navy blue. Let me just put navy blue train conductor hat. I got already there. Let me do something else. And let me go back and choose a little bit here. Train conductor hat, vintage style train conductor hat, vintage style train conductor hat, Polar Express. There was something about Polar Express train, Polar Express train conductor hat. Yeah, why not? It's not exactly, but Polar Express style conductor hat. That's what I can use, right? Okay, it's kind of like that style. You are not saying it is, but it's like style. Polar Express style. You see? Again, what I'm doing here is I'm using my keywords. Polar Express style. Cool. Now I got another one, and then I would be creating another one. Let's say 3 keywords I would be putting here. Then I have a lot of keywords here. You see, vintage train conductor hat, Polar Express, engineer style, adult, teen, large, child. All right, so I hope you got the point so far. Those things are here, the item specifics. Those are very important what we put there. Okay, and when I will be making my description here, okay, I will put in description a lot of, will use a lot of my keywords even to describe. Very different I will gonna make from, not very different in a details, but very different in a description. It's a cotton, I can put there cotton, there was material if you want, but I will be great for polar train rides. Yeah, okay, they're using some polar word as well. And here is the product description. I will be going to make a totally different product description. I will take out kangaroo hats because this is just promoting kangaroo company here. It's nothing about the cat hat. And that's the style how to do. Another thing is I have another video I will gonna put by on the end of this video. You will gonna see another video how to make unique pictures, because what you got now is only one picture here, right? So this is kind of like, well, how can you make pictures here from one picture only, right? So there will gonna be another video you can see about the pictures, how to make unique pictures. And this is the very standard way how our students make great sales, even with the just a standard technique what we are teaching in the 799, not even using the advanced teachings what we have in the 799 as well. Okay, so you can do it by yourself by just watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and please don't forget to subscribe. Maybe you will get another tip on if you need some questions to be answered, put in the comments. I will gonna try to make another video maybe based on your question to help you out. All right, hopefully this was useful for you, and that's it for today. Take care, guys. Bye bye.